What's up, you guys? This is my entry to my girl Pinkhugz1's giveaway that she has going on right now. In this giveaway, she wanted us to either do or say something positive to help women either continue staying positive or to start becoming more positive in their everyday life. So, me being who I am, you know I had to enter. But not because I'm a positive person, but because I have a story. The reason why I want to tell this story is because I know a lot of times when people see someone who's always known for being positive, a lot of times they don't hearken to their words because, you know, they feel like, well, they always positive. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. They don't know what I'm going through. So the reason why I want to share this story with you is to let you know that I haven't always been positive. As a matter of fact, I was far from positive. And sometimes it takes for a person to have gone through what you're going through, and sometimes still is going through it. Most people that give their life to Christ, they struggle with letting go of drugs, drinking, clubbing, you know, all of the whole 9 yards. Me, on the other hand, I struggle with fighting. I had a fighting spirit within me that was thriving. You know, anybody got out of line with me, it was on. And I was never the type of person that was a bully or anything or started trouble, but I didn't take no mess off of nobody. It was just something about somebody trying to punk me or make me like they trying to get over or make a fool out of me. It was something about that was just so hard to let go of. I would have people that knew I ain't play. And they would hear, oh, Tiffany saved now, she in church, and they would try to pull it. And God, he was still working on me, and I'd go on one. But every time I went on one, it was like I find myself feeling horrible, like, God, help me do better. What is this? I didn't want to be that person. How did I overcome it? I'm going to say through a lot of prayer. God would send me these tests. And I ain't gonna lie, like the first 4, I failed. I failed. But one thing that I love about God is when you fail a test, he don't give up on you just then. He will keep sending them until you learn how to get it right. And I would just keep trying and trying until I finally passed. I was standing in a line in a store waiting to pay a bill. And the line was long. I'm in a rush. It was hot. And I had been waiting for like 10 minutes. That's a long time to be in the store. The line moved up, and I'm next in line. The lady at the cash register said, may I help who's next in line? And as I'm walking up there, in walks some lady. She just busts through the line, and then she goes up there. And my natural reaction was like, the Lord was with me that day. And I don't know, I just had this calmness over me, and I didn't react to it. As bad as I wanted to pick her up and politely put her back to the back of the line, I didn't. I held on, and I didn't say a word. And right after that, in walks a lady from the back of the store. She came up, and I'm assuming she was the manager. She said, ma'am, you have to get to the back of the line. She was here first. And, you know, and I was just like, look at God. Sometimes you have to just let God handle your battles for you. Treat people the way that you wish they treated you. If you truly treat a person the way that you wish they treated you, you will no longer focus on how they're treating you. You will just treat them the way that you want to be treated. And you will never mistreat yourself. So it will always be in a positive manner. This is dealing with people on the outside of you. Because sometimes you're not a negative person. It's just that the people that surround you, or you're a negative person, but the people around you bring it out of you. Number 3, avoid negative people. Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes if you're strong enough, like right now, I'm to the point now to where people can't influence me as easily as they did back in the day. So Sometimes the Lord will send me to a negative person. But like Paul, I become what they are in hopes to lead them to Christ. I don't do what they do, but I tolerate the things that they do. Try to do that unless you are strong enough. Because if you are the type of person that thrives off of negativity, sometimes you just have to back off from those type of people. You know, no hard feelings or nothing, but you have to literally back off to better yourself. Number 4, start identifying negativity before it's too late. If you sit a frog in boiling hot water, automatically that frog will leap out of there because it realizes it's hot compared to the temperature it was just at. But if you sit a frog in some warm water, in a pot of warm water, and slowly turn that eye up, don't you know that frog will sit there and boil to death? It won't budge. And the reason for that is because it does not realize the temperature is changing. Same way with people. If a person comes to you off the front just negative, you gonna be like, wait a minute now, you a hot mess, and you gonna back off. But sometimes people will come and they'll dish out a little negativity here, a little negative, and depending on how you react or how you respond, they'll more and more negativity will start coming your way. Before you know it, you're too far gone in it. These are the type of people that really don't want you to go any farther than where you are. Anytime a person is a true friend or a positive person, they will want to see you do better than what you are. On negative people, they either want to see you here or here. Positive people gonna want to see you here or higher. Number 5, fall blind to negative people. And when I say this, I'm meaning not that you don't see what they do. I don't see it because I don't want to see it. You have so many people coming from here and here telling you so many negative things that you start feeding into it. You have to start closing your ears and your eyes up to negativity. Enemies don't exist in my world. They don't exist because I don't see them. You know the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? The devil is a lie. You can keep your enemies closer if you want to. Why focus on my enemies when I could be focusing on people that really care about me? When you have enemies in your atmosphere, you can't do nothing because you're too busy trying to figure out what their next scheme or plot is toward you. Let them people go. Number 6. Stop letting people transfer their emotions onto you. I remember times where I used to stand in line, and if the cashier had an attitude, I had an attitude. What you mad for? This your job, you know? And it's like, I don't know. Now it's like sometimes I just have to think to myself, you know, what is this person going through? You know what I'm saying? Don't let people's emotions transfer on you. You cannot let people dictate how you should feel at the moment. These people have control over you and you don't even know it. My last one is to keep trying. I always tell myself, Lord, if I fail today, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up. I'm going to dust my knees off. And I'm going to try again. Ain't nothing wrong with striving. Ain't nothing wrong with trying. I hear a lot of people when they fail at something, they'll tell themselves, well, I can't do this. This lifestyle ain't for me. My mama had a nasty attitude. My grandma had a nasty attitude. So I'm going to have a nasty attitude. And that's just it. The devil is a lie again. You can do it. And I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all knew, I ain't even told y'all the half of my life. If y'all knew my past, trust me, if I could do it, you can do it too. And sometimes God will turn you around so good that it'll make it look like none of it never happened before.